So hi, I'm Chris Smith, and I'm one of the creators of Rockin Road to Dublin. The show started as an idea that we happened about 6 years ago. We were at the gyms, my co-creator Scott and we were talking through ideas of shows we wanted to create. And I had an idea, and he had an idea, and we slowly, the more we started talking, came up with this idea of Rockin Road, of putting the rock concert experience together with the Irish dancing experience. And by fusing these two together, we're now creating a new type of genre, something that's never done before, and it's very exciting and upbeat and up-tempo, and what we feel is what people want nowadays. And here we are, 5.5, almost 6 years later, getting to do a first national tour with a cast of 24 performers and an extra crew, altogether like 34 touring, as well as another 10 designers, behind the scenes people as well. So it's grown into quite a big thing just from stemmed off just an idea of something so simple. Like, hey, let's put rock music and Irish dancing together. And now it's turned into this giant performance opportunity, which we're really excited about. So the main premise that we're trying to go behind is, how would we want to be treated? That's the biggest factor. Like, there's always a budget. There's always the way money-wise you got to do things. But we want to look at it as we are the performers in the show, but in the big picture, if we're stepping back and being in charge of the company, as if I were a performer or a tech or a designer in the show, how would I want to be treated? And we're trying to not only set a new standard amongst the show itself, but a new standard on how, especially in the performance world, how touring shows and companies are run. When you have the top quality people in the world, why wouldn't you take care of them as they deserve? And so that's always been our philosophy behind not only the show, but as our company in general, which is one of the reasons we think that this is not only going to do well as performance, but as a mentality, as an idea. Is we have all these things going for us and all these things that we're trying to help put into it. So this whole thing started when I was a little kid, and my parents started teaching me piano lessons. And then when I got to 6th grade, we got to pick an elective, and I chose band. And because I could read piano music, I was put into the percussion world because we had mallets. And the first year of the band back then was all mallets. And then that stemmed from that into marching band and percussion ensemble all throughout high school. I was actually one of the founding fathers of the CNU marching band, which is at Christian Newport University in Newport News, Virginia, with one of the other percussion guys, Mike Moore. We got to start that together, and that was one of the reasons I wanted to go to CNU in the first place. So drums have always been a fun activity for me, and I've always enjoyed doing it and playing with friends and playing in the bands and stuff like that. So it's cool. So percussion is a big thing. It's not very often you get to take your two passions, which is mine is performance theater and music, like percussion world especially, and you get to have a job where you get to have both of your main emphasis and your main loves and put them together in one big opportunity. So the biggest dream for the future is for this show to be running full time, to be able to take this idea and get it over to Europe, get it to South America, get it sit down somewhere so it's be able to constantly keep touring with it and then update it as we want to go and progress it and keep the idea going. I see the show as being the next big thing that lasts for 20-some years. This show is the send-off, but the idea of what it's trying to be, with especially company-wise, that's the part that keeps pushing me, and I just want to be able to keep doing it, keep providing the show for people, keep giving jobs to people that are performers and treat them the right way, and just that whole idea of what we're trying to do, just keep running with that over the next however many years we possibly can. Just keep it running.